What's good, Footy Culture fam? My name is Matthews, aka Matt, aka Montezino. Today, coming at y'all season 3, episode 11 of the Footy Culture podcast. But before we get into that, Eto'o talking smack about Henry, rapid fire ball knowledge test, and more. Before we get into that, once again, I'm joined today by Jay.
Zeno on the cut. Hey guys.
Yes sir, yes sir. Nice jacket.
All black everything, eh?
Hey. Yep. Thanks for having me today.
Hey man, special guest.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You got a man like Jimmy.
Hey yo.
Hello.
What's up? You got a man like Dan.
Hey yo yo. Hello.
And then man like Quinto, freshly back from Europe, eh?
Fresh off the boat.
Oui, mon ami.
Describe your trip in one word.
Exquisite.
Okay.
Where'd you go, bro? Talk to the people. Let us know.
I came back with an accent.
Okay.
I went to Italia,
All right.
England, España,
Why'd you say England like that? That's not the right accent.
Amsterdam, and
I don't know. Tell us.
I think that's it. But yeah, it was good.
France?
France as well, but that was one day. Saw some good footy games. Manchester Derby, of course.
Jeez.
Haaland hat-trick.
Some light and Foden hat trick
And
too,
Foden
right?
hat-trick.
Yeah.
No
Light
Ronaldo that game, but I was able to catch Ronaldo on the last day before my flight back against Sheriff. Didn't catch his goal because we had to leave actually to make a ride back, but
Really?
yeah, we left like 5 minutes before he scored,
That's tough.
and like he scored on our end.
Jeez.
But we saw him; he was like so close to me. It was like we were so sat. We were sat like in the fourth row, I think. So like it was just an unbelievable experience.
You
But
can just hear him breathing, huh?
I could, man. He looked at me at one point. I'm like, "Yo, what's up, bro?" He's like, "Yo, what's up?"
Mm.
What's up,
Jeez.
Quinto? He knows me.
Yeah.
What was the best match day experience you think that you went to?
The best atmosphere, I would say, it was the San Siro.
San
But
Siro,
the
eh?
best game, obviously, was the Manchester Derby.
Mm.
Yeah.
No game could compare to that. Haaland hat-trick, Foden hat-trick.
Like 9 goals, no?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Barca game was obviously one to remember.
For sure.
That was, if anything, like that emotionally, that was my favorite game, obviously, because
Yeah.
Obviously.
the Barcelonistas.
Jeez.
I got little
goosebumps?
I got goosebumps. I'm not even lying. I got goosebumps
I
when
hear
I
you,
walked
bro.
in. Didn't think I was gonna get them, but I got them.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a good experience, man. Highly recommend doing a little footy tour in Europe. Probably gonna do it again one day. We'll see. Hit some spots I didn't hit, but yeah, it was good.
Why would you say San Siro is the best atmosphere? What makes it the
I don't know,
best?
just the fans and everything. It was just a beautiful stadium as well. It looks very like a
It was like,
It's like a fortress.
the classic
classic
stadium.
football stadium.
It's a proper fortress.
Yeah, the
you
Etihad
know?
was nice too. Like, don't get me wrong, beautiful stadium, but it's too futuristic for me. I like my old classic stadiums. That's why I like that one. The Manchester United Stadium was nice too.
Trafford.
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford was beautiful. Camp Nou was nice. We saw the Parc des Princes when we went to Paris. That looked like a parking lot.
Yeah.
Parking lot?
The
Dude,
park-
it's,
yeah,
it's
it's
legit a cement wall.
It's very underwhelming. The
Yeah?
Parc des Princes.
Really?
Yeah, it's
like
very
a parking
underwhelming.
lot.
Interesting.
Outside.
Because on the inside, the Parc des Princes looks pretty
huge,
pretty
man.
nice,
It's
bro.
nice. It's nice on the inside, but overall, I would like out of the three. Well, I saw the Ajax Stadium too. Even the Ajax Stadium, I'd probably put ahead of it. But like in terms of like overall like stadium, I'd probably put it like at the bottom of my list. Of what I saw at least.
Interesting.
Yeah. Even the Atletico Madrid stadium, I think it was brand new. I think it was built a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
that stadium looks
Yeah.
beautiful, bro.
Beautiful stadium, but too futuristic for me.
Really? You like the old
I like the
rusty,
classic rusty,
run down
even
kind
that
of
cringy
stadium?
But like, how are like the facilities in the San Siro? Like was there like the Scran, the bathrooms, just in general?
It wasn't bad. The worst actually was Man City at the Etihad. Horrible.
The food
the
or the
bathrooms?
bathrooms?
Behind
Probably
this,
the Scran, too.
behind the Scran, and you couldn't take your beer inside this to sit down. You couldn't take your beer
Really?
because you weren't allowed. People like I was trying to walk through and like, no, you can't take drinks here.
You think it's like just for that game because it's like a
I think
derby?
it's-
No,
A
it's
lot of
UK. I
English-
think it's all just UK. In
Just a
general.
rule?
It's a rule because UK fans are crazy over there. They're
get mad,
they'll
eh?
probably be throwing that stuff and like
Yeah.
dousing people with it. But every other stadium we went to, like we were able to take beer, we were able to take food and everything. But even like the Etihad, like going into like the beer and stuff, it's so crammed up and so small. I expect it to be a lot bigger. Atletico Madrid's one was beautiful. It's huge.
Yeah, it's got to be the newest stadium.
The
you
newest
went to.
stadium, like it was huge. There's so much room to walk behind and like get around easily. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the San Siro was the nicest.
And which stadia had the best scran?
And what'd you get from like each stadium? You got
I didn't
something.
get
to eat?
much. I got beer more than anything
Yeah.
because it's
Just a
it's
brewski.
a little pricey over there.
When I was at the Old Trafford, I got cottage like cheese. I think like
Cottage
cheese.
no, it was a cottage. No, not, it was a cottage
Just by
cheese. Like
itself, bro.
it was a cottage cheese like
Pie.
pie.
Cottage cheese pie.
It
Oh,
was
little
like a, it was
shepherd's
like a,
pie.
like a shepherd's pie, but like
Okay.
the stuff on top was like a, I think it was cottage cheese like mash mix or something. That was good.
mash, eh?
It was like a limited edition one.
Limited
Jeez.
edition, huh?
Limited edition. I'll post it right here. It was nice. It was good. It was I don't know. Besides that, everything else just like chips.
Yeah,
beer.
glizzies.
I know. Even at Camp Nou, there was a lot of like sandwiches,
Oh yeah.
like little like they're like mini baguette things with
Yeah.
like ham and cheese.
One
and stuff.
thing I noticed, and I'm like, dude, I don't know why they don't do it here. People were bringing their own food.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From outside.
bro.
Hey
People
man,
were-
some lady had some stanky ass like sandwich she was eating in front of
Oh
us.
my gosh!
Like unwrapped in like the tinfoil, just
Aluminum,
eating
everything.
sandwiches.
She unwrapped
What?
it.
we went.
Even where else?
We went to what game did we go to? I
think
think it was,
San
no,
Siro
it was
too.
Atletico. It was Atletico Madrid Stadium.
that's
This guy
the
was
one.
handling some fish thing. It smelled bad. It was so disgusting. This guy
Look at
had
that
like
sargie.
a fish
cod.
tuna sandwich or something. Disgusting. But like, yeah, you can bring your own food over there.
Somewhere else
What?
had it. I think San
Everyone
Siro
just
had it too.
rolls their food in a little tin foil, and you're allowed to bring it
That's
in.
kind of sketch because you could hide stuff in that. No,
I
they don't
think Camp
check
Nou
it.
too had that.
Yeah,
I
Camp
think
Nou as well.
at-
People
yeah,
beside us were eating sandwiches.
Yeah.
You're allowed to bring it in because they check you. They check everything.
Can you bring
Yeah.
drinks?
I don't think drinks. I think
no,
you
drinks
can't.
you
No,
can.
you
You
can't.
can bring
but
drinks
as long
too?
as they're like
You can
uncapped.
bring everything inside.
The heck, bro?
You
That's
can bring
crazy.
everything.
But like, do they have like a lot of like different food places in the stadium? Like compare it to like a BMO field.
No, they
Like,
don't have much.
Like various like food vendors.
No,
No.
San Siro
No,
did.
But
for
what
sure.
they did is outside the stadium. Before you even get
okay.
into the stadium, they should
yeah,
have
that's
that
true.
here.
Yeah.
San
They
Siro had it all
They
outside.
had vendors outside with their little carts and little.
What makes sense is you
things.
like bring stuff inside the stadium to have that.
Yeah.
But it's like the whole row of just different.
It was
foods.
almost like when you go to like the C&E
It's like the CNE,
and you
yeah.
see like those different kind of food vendors just kind of lined up one by one by one. Those
Yeah.
are the kind of vibes you get.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, it was so sick. You saw a full pig.
yeah, the porchetta. You
Full-
see, you see
full
what you see what you're eating.
Oink oink.
They let you try it everywhere, even at Barcelona, all those stadiums, except the UK. I don't know, it's different over there.
Yeah.
But everywhere else in Europe, it's like they all have food vendors outside the stadium.
Yeah.
With all the food, you go eat there before you go inside, and after you go out and you eat more. It was so sick doing that.
That's a good experience. They keep
Amazing
They let you
experience.
go into the games like ahead of time. You're not
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
You know, people are usually rushed to go in.
Right.
But at least here you want to go like
You're
a couple hours
full-
early, enjoy the time,
Exactly.
have a couple drinks.
Soak it all in.
Like here, it's different. Like you here, like man, what are you gonna do? So you go right before the game starts. Usually, right? You go like 10 minutes, 20 minutes before the game starts just to get in. Over there, people go like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours beforehand just to go eat and talk and relax
Yeah,
and
and
just hang out with their friends while they're eating food and stuff. It's like a different vibe over there. And I
Yeah.
think it's a lot
Yeah.
better. I don't know if how they can incorporate that here, but they
can.
should.
It's the culture, man.
It's
The
just
culture-
the culture.
the
The
culture
culture.
is-
The
yeah.
BMO is like, why are we gonna make other vendors take money from our fans and have them
Yeah.
fill up before they come into our
That's the thing.
stadiums and then even eat our own food? Because there are some bit of vendors in our stadiums, but like
Yeah.
you're also paying $14 for a top can of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Crazy.
premiums are high.
Over there, it's nothing.
Yeah, so
Cheap prices.
Yeah, I think the culture there is just a lot better, and they should definitely bring that here to Canada. But I don't know if they will, because
money.
yeah, money.
Are there any like other like differences like you notice between like footy here and like footy like in Europe, like that, like how you like bring like your own food into the stadium? Like was there like any other like big things you kind of noticed that stood out to you?
so much more passion over there, man.
Yeah?
Player like bro, there's the old guys, man. The nonos. The abuelos, bro, they're all there like with passion, man. Like these guys are like freaking 50-year-olds, can't even walk. Like
50 years old can't walk.
no, like they're like in their 80s and like they can't walk, but
just like frail, just like
frail, exactly.
But
But once their team scores, they're
Yeah.
up and they're going. "Ah."
the cane goes up. Oh my
Yeah.
Or if they miss or they get scored on, they're freaking yelling. They're
They're
swearing.
cussing,
They're
yeah.
cussing at
Oh, yeah.
everyone. And they don't care that there's kids around. They're like, mother.
Yeah, were there a lot of kids, a lot of families?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There was one of the Manchester game. The guy right beside me brought his little kid, and I'm like, bro, holy smokes, this kid's gonna be
Who are they supporting?
Man City.
Oh, City.
But like, this kid's gonna be freaking not raised well because the
Yeah.
father's going nuts, man.
Proper bell end, huh?
This kid's gonna be a proper belly when he grows up because the father's teaching him, bro. He's like, fuck those guys over there, fucking Bellins, and his son saying the same thing, like, yeah, fuck Man U, fucking idiots, bro.
It's that culture, man.
It's a
That
culture. It's
toxic
like-
culture, man.
Yeah.
You can tell the toxicity in the UK is like a little, but like
Yeah.
it's passion,
Yeah.
passion at the end of the day is like you like to see it.
For sure.
You don't see that here. I mean, a lot of people do go to games here in TFC is like, there's a TFC game, why not go? Over there, it's like you're going because you love the team. You won't see many people go just because it's a free day and let's go. Like here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over there, people are buying the tickets and they're going because they love the team.
Yeah.
So you can tell even like the small teams like Fiorentina. When you want to go watch a Fiorentina game, I think if anything they had more passion.
Really, eh?
Yeah, there was a guy in front of us. He has big ass flag, some old guy, some no, and they scored. This guy was holding, saying like it was like so much passion in his heart. Like it was
Hey,
crazy.
Paisan, I can't see the flags in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, legit. But like it was crazy. Even like the Lazio game, we saw them. I forgot who they faced, but they tied. I think they're playing Europa League. They tied like 3-3.
Mhm.
Forgot what team they faced, but they were so mad afterwards. But you could feel the passion. Like it was just crazy.
So, what was the most underwhelming match day experience?
Yeah, it's something like disappoints you
Underwhelming.
kind of. Like, man, I expected better, but like, it's kind of mid.
Not really.
I think me too.
The only thing that was underwhelming is I expected Ronaldo to play against Man City.
Fair.
That was probably one of the most
Fair.
underwhelming thing because man, like that's the game he should be playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Derby game. Like,
yeah,
come
and
on.
that's something like where I don't know if he would have changed the outcome, but if he started like for me, and I think for anyone in general watching the game, it would have brought more, I don't know, excitement to see him play, right? Like
Yeah.
him versus Haaland type of thing. I would have been down for that.
No, I think just if Ronaldo were to start, then Man U were still in their form, their top form. I just feel like if they were starting to get scored on, and Ronaldo would bring a bad bad aura to the team and to the teammates,
so?
start complaining and letting add. I'm not saying it would have made a worse result. But obviously, it was 6-3 was a really bad result for United.
Yeah.
Horrible
But-
result.
If they started losing 2-0, like at that point, like their whole morale would have been shot.
Mhm.
Even though it already was, that's just probably what the manager was thinking ahead of time. Ronaldo wasn't really the person to play in a high stake game like that. If it's like just on the team its own.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying in the way that he would impact the game to better. But I'm saying my experience, like it would have been a better experience for me to see him play because I wanted to see him play.
sure.
Obviously, right? I got to see him play at the end, but like against Sheriff, I wanted to see him play against freaking Man City. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
So,
sure.
Besides that, I think all the games were great. All the games they scored. There was goals
Yeah.
from both teams mostly. The funniest one was Atletico Madrid, man. Since
Why?
they've been in bad form. They faced
Rayo.
Rayo Vallecano. They tied 1-1,
Mm-hmm.
and Rayo Vallecano were all over them, man, all over them. And then Falcao scored the last minute
At the
penalty.
end of the game.
That guy.
Saradamel.
And
Did he sell you?
He did sell it. And me, and my
Wow.
friend, and Daniel too. Like we were all thinking like Falcao's going to score. Falcao's going to score. He wants to score, and he's actually finally scored at the end. So like that was a good game to watch as
Yeah.
well. Because like man, we were watching the They're all the Atletico Madrid fans were mad. They were mad.
How
was
could
cool
you
to
be an
see.
Atletico fan though?
I know it's weird.
So weird.
Just happens, bro.
Well, I guess so.
Look at today, right? So
Yeah.
But who's one player that you guys saw live where like, damn, like this guy's good live, and it's like maybe underrated or you underrated him beforehand.
I don't think underrated. Rafael Leao.
Yeah.
Seeing him live was sick.
Just different.
Yeah, dude. When he got the ball, it's like no one could stop him, man.
everyone was like on their toes, like ready to like
Yeah, dude.
see what
Showman.
was coming next.
But he wasn't. It's like he wasn't trying. He was just doing a little body feint, and everyone fell for it, and he was going. But yeah, I remember like taking a video of Leao on my phone, and like I rewatched that. I was like, holy smoke! I can't believe I got this moment because like he went through 2-3 guys. Like,
Yeah.
he was getting man marked like by 2 guys, and he just dummied both of them. Went down the line, crossed it. I'm like, bro, this guy's like not even trying.
Jeez.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like he was definitely a player where I saw him like, okay, yeah, this guy's like different. But some other players, Barca game, Lewandowski was cool to watch.
Lewandowski?
Yeah, it was
Yeah?
cool to watch.
It's like the off the ball movement.
Off the ball movement, I was watching him a lot. It's Lewandowski, right? So I was watching the off the ball movement. This guy makes bare runs. Like he play. I was trying to see how he plays because like he's one of the best strikers in the world, right?
eh?
Not
Taking
emulating,
notes.
but see why he's one of the best strikers in the world. Like
Yeah.
see what makes him
Yeah.
different, and it's the ball movement off the ball. Like he's on the wing a lot. I noticed. So when at least that game, he was on the wing a lot, and then he cuts in last minute to go for a cross or a header or something like that, and that's how he scored that goal against Villarreal. He was on the wing, cuts in, and bangs it. That goal was beautiful too.
Mm-hmm.
But also that game when Dembele came on, Different player.
Dembele's
as well.
different, eh?
Different player. But one player that also surprised me, you guys will never guess, plays for Fiorentina. Amrabat.
Amrabat, eh?
Midfielder. This guy was,
Nordi Amrabat?
bro, when I was watching him against Lazio, this guy was controlling the mid, bro. He was
Yeah, eh?
pinging the ball. Like, this guy was, he was the definition of, he knew what switching the side was. Switching the ball. This guy with the ball, switch it. Get the ball, switch it. Get the ball, switch it. And like he was pinging these balls to the wingers. And it was like, this guy's like disgusting. And then they subbed them off. They went to shits.
Damn, bro.
He was nasty. Like,
Game changer Amrabat.
I didn't think it
huh?
was, bro. It was Amrabat. I'm like, bro, what's this guy? Who's this guy? Even my friend that was there, he said, bro, Amrabat's going off. I know. What the
Amrabat's a
hell?
baller, man.
He's a baller, bro. He knows how to ping one.
Tricky
So,
Moroccans, man.
he was good as well. But yeah, I know. Overall, Euro trip was fun. I think obviously the best experience, besides the footy, you know, seeing all the different cultures, the food, it was a great experience. But the games were amazing. That's the best part of it. And
Sure.
I would definitely recommend people watching to go to Europe, watch some games over there, and see the difference from here in the States and Canada, North America. MLS is nothing compared to the over there. The passion, the football, even like the football in general. If you want to take one last thing about it, the whole trip, the football, the style of play was so much faster over there. It was rapid. It was one thing. Okay, last thing I'll say that I noticed is how over there. They're so I don't know, they're so professional. They're so good that the whole team, even the center backs, are all the way pressed up past the line, the halfway line. And once they lose the ball, bam, they're all back. Like that's one thing I noticed from every team. Like they press all together and they come back together. Like you watch the MLS, bro, they don't do that. There's always like the full four back line, they're staying behind the half line. Like the whole team over there presses, and like they're at one point I was watching the Man City game too. They're all almost like almost into the other side, the side's 45, 18-yard box. I'm like, bro, these guys are like pressing so high.
They're
Yeah,
just
bro.
suffocating.
But
them,
once
yeah.
they lose the ball, bang, they're back. Cause like you can tell the professionalism from these players, like and the cardio and like everything about it. It's like they're pure athletes, these guys, and there's nothing compared to them. Nothing compared to that football over there. Europe was fun.
So, what would you rate your experience out of 10?
First time in Europe, I'll give a 9.4.
9.4, right?
Yeah. it's
What
amazing.
what would make it a 10?
I don't know. If it wasn't too pricey. Last week me and my friend were living off McDonald's. Let's just say that.
Jeez.
How was the McDonald's?
I heard it's different in
Everywhere's
Europe, bro.
different. Everywhere's different. Some places it wasn't too good. Some places it was good.
Where was it the best in?
Bro, I'd say UK was good.
UK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
UK was good.
Proper scran.
McFish and
Proper
chips,
span.
bro?
No, I didn't try the fish. Just the sandwiches over there. I think Amsterdam was the worst.
Really?
Why?
Why?
Bro, I had this chicken sandwich over there.
It was nasty.
And this sauce, they had coleslaw in the sandwich.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like,
Coleslaw?
okay, maybe it'll be good. But then they put coleslaw and then they had this sauce on it. I was like, bro, I almost puked.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But one thing they had over there was peanut M&M's McFlurry.
Yeah?
That was good. That was fire.
Interesting.
That was gas.
Yeah, it's gas. Huh?
Gas.
Gas.
But yeah, it's a little too pricey over there in Europe. But besides that,
It's a conversion, right? What can you do?
that's why we got ruined here in Canada. But it's good. The whole football experience was amazing. I wouldn't take it back. I'd definitely go again. Recommend everyone to do it. And yeah, San Siro was the best for me.
Oh.
I want to hear some players that piqued your guys' interest, though.
For myself, do you have one already?
Hmm?
Do you have one already?
I have like a couple.
Okay, go. Let me think.
I have
about
like a
'cause
couple.
I wonder. There is obviously the ones that you guys listed were good, but I want to see one that really stood out to
Ooh.
me that didn't stand out for you
Okay,
guys.
I forgot to say this one. Last one.
Yeah,
Last
go
player.
ahead.
The last player, and he was amazing on the ball. I didn't expect this from him. Man, you guy.
Man, you.
Making his European debut.
Garnacho.
Garnacho
Garnacho?
was disgusting
Yeah?
on the ball. This guy got the ball, bang. Like he was not scared to attack. Every time he got the ball, he was attacking. He never went back once. Not once, he was going back. Got the ball, bang, attacked. And the fans were going nuts when this guy got the ball. Every time he
That's what
got
I
the
like to
ball,
hear.
they're like, oh,
Young
oh.
talent, bro.
Bro, he was nasty. He's you can tell he's gonna be special. I don't know, something about him. Like, every time he gets the ball, he's quick with his feet, quick with the ball on his feet. That's one thing you don't know as much. Like players with the ball, they might lose it, but he has a good touch with it. Goes past one, goes by another. It's just last minute decision making for him that he's obviously young still. That's what he's gonna get when he's older. But
Yeah.
you can tell he's gonna be a talent. He's fast as hell, man. The guy's fast as fuck. He was going by those players, crossing them in, giving good chances to Ronaldo. And at the end, you saw even like those videos of Ronaldo and him like chatting up at the end. Even Garnacho said like that was his favorite player, right? I think he said.
Yeah.
And he's Argentinian, dude.
Crazy.
I feel that, Messi.
I feel like United paid him to say that or something.
Yeah. Something in
Ronaldo definitely.
something in the contract.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
But no, he was my last player. He was amazing to watch.
Dope.
Ericsson too was good. He was also pinging balls.
Yeah,
that
Ericsson's
game.
good too.
But yeah.
I enjoyed Martinez
Yeah.
just for like his stature
Yeah.
and seeing his height compared to like everyone else. And
What's
I saw
your
the
rate?
game against Spurs.
Bulldog,
With
bro.
Kane?
He's a bulldog.
He kept shutting down Kane. He used his body right because the
Yeah.
ball was going up in the air. He kind of put his body back against Kane, so he kind of like gets him off his like timing to get to the
Yeah.
ball, and he'd push him forward a little bit, and then obviously the ball would go over them, so he would recover that ball better. So I like the way he controlled. He knew how to defend with his height. There's a lot of things that a lot of defenders don't know what to do with, and you can always say like, "Oh, he's too short. He's too short." But man, look, there's been short center backs in the history that done great
Yeah,
for the
for sure.
stature.
Cannavaro.
Cannavaro.
Yeah.
Puyol.
Wasn't Terry even like somewhat shorter?
Yeah. A little shorter.
But you know what I mean, like to be a great center back, you can be the smallest ever, and it can still know how to use your body right.
You got to be tenacious.
It's any position really.
Puyol.
So I enjoyed him, and trying to think one of the other games as well. I don't know. Who do you have?
I think for me, like from like the PSG Nice game, like obviously like other than like the obvious like Messi, Ramos, all those guys, like someone that stood out for me from Nice was Eto'o.
Yeah,
Yusuf Eto'o. Like I was like, I was watching the game and I was like, let me try to like pre some of these Nice players and see, like, you know what I mean, like see the talent. Like Lamina was there, but like Eto'o, like anytime he was like got a little bit of space down the wing back, like they couldn't handle him. Like he was attacking the box. He was tricky. Anytime he got around the 18-yard box, he would always pull off a 1-2 move and get the ball into the box. And I think that's how they ended up scoring their goal to tie the game was, you know, he ran down the wing, tricky little 1-2 and put the ball in, and I think Laborde or whatever finished to tie the game. But he was a tricky one. And I think from the Milan-Juve game, like other than Leao, like no one really stood out for me like too much that game. Like Juve, the whole team was just like piss poor. Like
Really?
I remember we were watching the
Oh
game
my
and we're just
gosh.
like, yo, these guys suck. Like,
Bro, that
like
was
we were
prob-
watching the game and it's like these guys couldn't complete a pass. Like they had like like no creativity, no idea. Like even like I was thinking, oh, Vlahovic, that's gonna be like a,
You're
a cool
Juve
player to
fans.
watch. You know, like a proper number 9. Like I'm excited to see him play, and it was just like, ugh. I felt like I was watching like, you know, like it was like a men's league game, and I was like, these guys couldn't get like a 1-2 pass
Juventus?
together. Yeah,
Like a men's league team.
yeah, bro. They could even ask these guys, man. They couldn't get 1-2 pass together. Like they almost had no combination, like no build up. Like
Horrible.
it was like bad, and like
You didn't really see much going forward. I think only the player you was really like Kostic.
a little bit
little bit.
Kostic.
Quadrado a bit, but he got subbed off.
He got
after.
subbed off. Vlahovic was trying, but like
Nothing,
the
man.
McKinney was
Oh my gosh,
Big Mac?
dude. Big Mac McKinney.
Big Mac's thinking it up.
horrible.
Oh.
He came on too, no?
yeah.
Or
He
he's-
came on and he came
came
on. He
on.
had a stinker. I
He
remember-
just has like no tech.
no quality.
I just didn't like. I just it was hard to watch.
it was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch. Like
Yeah.
Refund?
no, like like Milan played well, so it's like
Half a refund then.
I don't know, but Juve were just kind of disappointing. And then from like the Dortmund game, other than like the obvious players, I think like one player that like kind of surprised me, like just kind of watching him like in real life, was like Niklas Sule,
Yeah.
because he's big, like
Yeah,
he's
wide
he's
too,
a
bro.
big dude, but like
It's quick.
bro, he's so composed. Like literally, he would like keep the ball on his foot until the last millisecond when the player would come through and press, and then you just ping the ball. And like he was like no fear. Like when players were pressing him, he would like take a touch around the player, take a touch forward, and just spray the ball. And even just how quick he was, like just in recovery, was pretty crazy to see. And his like line breaking passes, like he would like pick up the ball. Sevilla would have like their whole team back, then he would just ping a pass that would break like 3 lines and they'd get a chance. Like it was pretty cool seeing like players like that like in person, in terms of like, you know, how they kind of read the game and how they kind of how they are kind of close up and watching them play, and like how they read the game and understand it. And it's interesting to see like players like that, because you can tell they have like a really high like football IQ.
IQ, exactly.
Right.
That's why I'm saying, like, even like
Yeah.
that's why I loved while watching the games. I think that was my favorite thing, watching like players specifically. Like,
Yeah.
seeing what makes him so good.
Kind of studying like
Like
their
with
little
Dowsey,
movements.
what makes him so good? Seeing those runs. Martinez as well is actually a good one. I was looking at him like, what makes this guy, this small guy, such a good center back? It's the bulldog mentality for that guy. You know what I mean? So like, seeing these players play, you can just tell how athletic and like professional these guys are. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was amazing. Definitely recommend.
That's dope.
Yeah. You guys got to go to Europe now.
Maybe. you might be going to Qatar, right?
I don't know about that.
Oh,
We'll see.
the
Yeah.
chances went down.
We'll see.
Interesting. But on Twitter, man, like Samuel Eto'o was making some
What was this
some
guy
bold
saying?
remarks. I think in an interview, or just someone's like recording him talking. Let me find the exact quote that he said. Basically, kind of slandering Eto'o, or sorry, slandering Henry. So Samuel Eto'o was saying, I think he wasn't at Anelka's level. TT was good, but I preferred other players. In any case, he was not at my level. You guys agree with that? Who is better, Henry or Samuel Eto'o?
You Barca fans can
But
argue
they
about that.
They played together, right? At Barcelona, obviously, right?
Yeah.
With Messi playing as a center forward most of the times.
Right
But
wing.
even Henry said himself he didn't prefer playing on the wing for Barcelona, so that definitely impacted his style, I guess, as well. But I don't know if you're saying who I would prefer, Eto'o or Henry. Damn, I don't know. I like Eto'o. Something
But
about it.
why?
I don't know. Something about him. I like. I don't know. That's a hard one. But I don't know why Eto'o would say that. I think Henry is definitely better than Anelka, in my opinion.
I mean, Anelka was pretty good.
Anelka
but-
was good, but you can't compare Henry. That's one of the best PL strikers or forwards of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's comparing his Barcelona days, but if you think of Arsenal, he's one of the best.
TT
Yeah.
was different.
No,
man.
TT was different at Arsenal.
I see where Eto's coming from in the sense that when Anelka and Henry were coming out, like into the big show, into the spotlight, Anelka was the higher rated prospect, right?
Yeah.
Anelka came to Arsenal before Henry and like won them like an FA Cup or a couple. And like he was like the prospect. Like, did you guys see the Anelka documentary? Like he
No.
was pretty highly rated, right? And Henry wasn't at that level yet. But obviously Anelka's career didn't pan out. Maybe he had more natural talent, and that's what Eto's trying to say.
Maybe, okay.
But like there's no arguing Henry has a better career than Anelka. Like
Of course.
anyone could say that. And Henry like also had the streets, which
Yeah.
really helps him. Like he was Arsenal's best player ever.
Mhm.
He was like the guy at a point where like Premier League was taking off, like
Yeah.
becoming better than Serie A, like in those early 2000s, and like he was like the poster, right? Because he had the sauce, he had the Jogo Bonito commercials, and he had the streets. But I've seen some comparisons, like shout out Elias, they did a little video on this. Eto's numbers are pretty unreal,
That's why.
and like
This
this
at
is
Mallorca too.
and this is when he was like second fiddle. Like for example, like early Barca days second fiddle to Ronaldinho, and then later Barca days second fiddle to Messi, and he was dropping like 35 goal seasons, like as like the second option, right?
Yeah.
And winning trophies. And Eto'o I think is undoubtedly the best African player of all time.
I'd agree.
Yep.
He has that, which is a pretty big
Some
accolade.
people wouldn't agree.
No, yeah, it's definitely debatable. You could pick Weah because he has a Ballon d'Or. You could pick Drogba, maybe
Some people will pick Salah.
Salah, maybe Mane, maybe Yaya Toure. But I don't know. I got Eto'o. That may be some bias in there, but I think Eto'o, what he was able to do and the numbers he was able to put up, even as a second fiddle, and I think he was so complete as a striker.
And the back-to-back trebles.
Yeah,
That's why.
like yeah, exactly. And Eto'o's career is nothing to scoff at.
100%. No.
3 CLs. Henry could never say that. Henry, maybe he's lucky that he was French. He played for a big nation, so like he won a World Cup and a Euro out of it,
Yeah.
which is kudos to him. But Eto'o didn't have that luxury. He played for an African side, which wasn't as good, obviously. But I got Eto'o.
So you have Eto'o over Henry.
Yeah,
I have to agree with that. Matt,
Really?
they just didn't want to say it first. You want you to say it.
Interesting.
No, I did say. I just said.
Interesting, because I'm quite the opposite.
Whoa.
I think Wenger said it best. Everyone thinks they have the prettiest wife at home. This was Eto'o just talking about his ego. You know, he thinks he's the best. He thinks he's that guy, but Henry's better. Not only was he more versatile, more intelligent. What other striker in that era was like made football look that easy? No one.
Okay, but at the same time,
Not only was he a elite goal scorer, he was a playmaker, creator, set piece specialist, faster on the ball too, without the ball. He doesn't have quite like the clutch gene that Eto'o had, but besides that, I still think
okay,
Henry's the better player.
but is that also a result of Henry having to do more? Because Eto'o didn't have to create. He had Ronaldinho behind him, or Messi, or Xavi, or Iniesta. Henry had to take over the playmaking duties for those sides.
And
And also another thing, Henry at the end of the day has that PL sauce to him. Let's say Eto'o was in the Premier League in his prime.
Would he put up those numbers?
Maybe he'd have more sauce.
I don't know if he'd put up those numbers though.
Why not? They were putting up the same goal numbers. Yeah, they were.
Eto'o only had what, 2 20-plus goal seasons? I think Henry had 5.
That's a lie.
5+
That's a lie. He has like 5 30-goal seasons.
in a row. He only had 2. Henry had 5.
Oh,
That
okay.
just shows that he was that consistent year after year after year after year after year.
I think Eto'o is pretty consistent. And at the same time, second fiddle.
Yeah.
Who
but,
else is scoring on those Arsenal sides?
Sometimes.
I mean, not only is he scoring a lot of goals, he's also assisting. It doesn't he
Yeah.
have like, isn't he like up there for the
Yeah,
assist
no,
record in the Prem?
like, yeah, if you want to pick Henry, I don't mind it. Like, it's not a bad choice, but
Henry's a better player, IMO.
were Andre and Eto'o play at the same time?
Huh?
Together? They were
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barca.
So when Henry was pushed to the left wing, Eto'o was the striker?
No, that's
Eto'o's kind of right wing, actually.
Messi was center
Yeah.
forward striker.
Was he?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were both kind of playing
Weird.
out of position.
yeah.
But I think
And Eto'o dropped like 34 goals that season.
yeah, Eto'o was still
With best player in the world, Messi. Like,
I mean,
Eto'o was still balling.
Henry outscored Eto'o twice when they both played at Barca. So
what, 06, 07, 07, 08? Okay.
True.
Fair.
No, both
Fair.
both players are
they're both amazing players,
amazing
but
Yeah.
players.
like me personally, just watching them play, like as much as I love Eto'o and how great of a player he is, Henry's just that guy, you know.
Maybe I have a little Eto'o bias because I like Eto'o a lot. But
Big Eto'o fan, huh?
I'm not mad
Okay.
with either
He's right
opinion,
there,
but
man. He's right
Okay,
behind you,
but-
man.
Okay, but here's the decider. At the moment where it mattered most.
yeah, like I said,
No, at
Henry
the,
doesn't
let me
have that
say it.
clutch
At the
impact.
moment where it mattered most, 2006 Champions League final Paris, Eto'o won and scored.
Yeah.
Henry, 3 breakaways, 3 saves from Victor Valdez.
yeah.
Couldn't do it. And Eto'o,
it's true.
3 Champions Leagues, 2 final goals.
Three.
Henry doesn't have that clutch gene in him,
But
like Eto'o did.
isn't that all that matters at the end of the day? You do it in the big moments?
It can.
That's one factor for sure.
But doesn't Henry have more trophies?
Like I said, he played for France.
So
That's 2 big trophies
many-
added to his resume.
Unlucky.
just
mate.
2,
Okay, but 2 big ones.
and then take those 2 out. I think they're tied.
Okay. Yeah.
So big whoop.
Big whoop.
So his trophy's a big part of the conversation then.
And also, Henry has always played for big clubs. He went from Monaco to Juve to Arsenal to Barca. Eto'o had to do a little bit of work at Mallorca. He had
That's
to go
one.
to Angie for a little bit.
He had to grind.
And he was like towards like the latter
Yeah,
stages.
yeah.
Of his
And
career.
he
That was just a bag.
And he was the
securer.
highest paid player on the planet.
And then even at Chelsea too, like towards the latter stage of his career,
He was
didn't do much.
bagging. He was bagging
Was he bagging?
in Champions League. In Champions League.
At that
Again,
Chelsea Eto'o was
what?
funny.
He was probably 4th fiddle at that time. More, 5th fiddle. He was playing with Hazard.
Chelsea never really had good luck with strikers, though. To be
Who's
fair.
your pick, though?
I'm gonna have to go Henri. I think just the sauce with Henri and him playing in those Arsenal sides where he was surrounded by good players, but he wasn't surrounded by world class talent and goats and Ronaldinho and Messi. And I think in one element it makes it obviously harder to put up numbers when you're surrounded by those players because they're going to be scoring a lot of the goals too. But it also makes it easier to be able to put up those numbers at the same time because when you're the other team, you have to focus on everyone instead of just focusing on that one person. When you're coming up against Arsenal, every center back was locked in. Like anytime TT touches the ball, I need to be on him. You know what I mean? Like every player was locked in on Henry, and he was always like, enemy number one when you were playing that other team. But if you're playing against Eto'o when you're playing on Barcelona, you're not thinking about locking him down first, right? That's not to say what he did wasn't amazing and incredible, because obviously he had an incredible career. The back-to-back trebles was amazing. Not many players have that, if anybody has that on their repertoire. But I think for me, just Henry, just like Matt said, the versatility, and I think just he ate and like when he was in the mood, there was nothing you can do to stop it, right?
Facts.
Factos.
The tiebreaker, bro.
2-2. I don't disappoint anyone.
I was gonna say Anelka.
I was gonna say that. Anelka. I'll say Henry as well. I don't have either over the other. But if I were to pick someone to put into my team today at their prime, I'd put Henry. That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Can't say anything with that.
Yeah, I think it's close.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are saying it's not close. Like it's clearly Henry.
I don't think it's off by a lot.
Can you compare anyone to Henry or compare anyone to Eto'o? Do you think they're both really unique to them, like to their both play styles or to their what they were able to contribute as a player?
I think it's a just comparison. It's kind of hard to think of like another player that you could like throw into that debate. You know what I mean?
Like, but is Henry so unique to himself that there's only one of him? Like, it'll only be like one kind of player like him, or like, you know what I mean? Like, is he the key player to add 20 team? Like, can you just add like another player instead of Eto'o? You know what I mean? Was Eto'o the key factor in most of his like highlights in his career, besides the goals, obviously? Trying to think.
I mean, I guess because like those players both had big impacts on their teams, and can't really like just like swap out another player for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
No, they're both good shots. I think a majority of people will probably choose Henry because of what he's done. But I don't know.
It's that invincible year as well of his. That kind of elevates his career as well.
But both good players. Let us know in the comments who you guys choose: Henry, Eto'o, or Anelka.
So speaking of comparisons, did you guys hear what Michael Owen said?
Michael Owen?
Yeah.
What did this guy say?
Michael Owen essentially said that like he was comparing himself, like when Michael Owen was young, he said his best comparison is Mbappe.
His best comparison was Mbappe?
Yeah. Like he's like Mbappe was kind of like me. Okay. And like he was getting a lot of backlash. And I gave it some thought. He won a Ballon d'Or at 22.
Yeah, it's pretty young.
He was pacey as hell back then.
Yeah.
And he was a dribbler back then.
Yeah.
He was quick as hell.
Yeah.
I can see the comparison for sure.
I see the comparisons 100%.
Will Mbappe's career end up the way his did, like later on?
Hopefully not.
I could definitely see the career, like the comparison early on, like definitely kind of
That's why.
similar in that regards.
Yeah, both pacey guys.
But like what else did he add to that?
I didn't see like the full like I didn't see the full excerpt, but that's pretty much all I saw, that like Mbappe is nearest comparison.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah,
that.
and obviously on the surface it's like, bruh, like who's like especially if you're like a younger man,
What was he?
especially if you're like a younger man, it's like, who's Michael Owen? Because
That's
like
why.
he's probably not known to the kids. He's
Nah,
even,
No,
definitely
100% not.
even though he has a Ballon d'Or.
No, a lot of people probably don't even know he has a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, right. And he won it at quite a young age.
22. He was supposed to be,
Yeah.
the
He was
next
supposed
big
to be
thing.
goated. Yeah, like
Yeah.
he burst onto the scene 98 World Cup, and like scored a banger against Argentina at like 18 years old, and like he was pretty like goated like at the time. Like I think like what happened to him, like he played too many games at a young age,
Of course, man.
and like he was like overworked and whatnot.
100%.
That's what's happening nowadays.
Yeah.
I always tell you guys, nowadays there's so much football. Like these kids are getting so overused that their careers are gonna die off a lot.
Even like the amount of competitions too that they're playing, the amount of games
Yeah.
that players play too. It's
But
crazy.
also one thing that they didn't have back then, they have now, is the facilities. The places. They have all this stuff, right?
Yeah, they get the rehab.
The rehab, all these things, recovery. They know exactly when you're hurt, what it is, exactly the millisecond word it is. Back then, you tear your ACL. How long were you out for? A year, right? And when you get a surgery, you're never back to where you were. Nowadays, you're back in 3 months. So
Yeah, some players coming back in months, bro. It's crazy.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like, someone like him back then, he got injured, just couldn't get back from those injuries. It's hard. If he was playing nowadays, different story, I think. So I do see the comparisons though. Pacey guy, Ballon d'Or 22, man. You know what I mean, making that move to Real Madrid afterwards too.
Similar pathway.
Maybe Mbappe goes to Madrid.
Do you guys think Mbappe would be the same player if he wasn't as pacey as he is? Or do you guys think like most of his games just rated on that?
100%.
You could say the same about Henry.
Not necessarily.
That was his game though.
Yeah.
His pace and athleticism.
Yeah, but Henry could also create.
Yeah, it's still good at Mbappe.
Nah,
Most of the
come on.
creation came from your pace too.
His speed,
Finding
his ability to
space,
beat a
finding
man.
space, looking to create space, beating players through, and then creating those chances. It's like smart players do know how to use their speed to like benefit their style of football. So if for someone to say, "Oh, I'm fast, but I'm not going to overuse it," like, what's the point of being so fast if you're not going to use the speed at your advantage, right?
No, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like if he like got injured and like he lost like that like amount of pace that he had.
Oh, he's got tags.
Mbappe,
Yeah.
he wouldn't be the same. Half of his game comes from beating players and running in behind.
Yeah.
Or taking balls in from behind from a Messi or Neymar pass, or going in on the wing, beating a player and looking for a cross or pass.
But he's techie on the ball.
Yeah, but that's because that's what his pace too. He's not.
A lot of it, he'll
Dribble-
dribble,
he dribbles past
and
the
he'll
player.
take a large
Yeah.
touch to
Yeah.
beat the guy.
Yeah,
I don't know. Obviously, he wouldn't be the same player, but he's still quality.
Got to see if he can find a way to adapt, like some of the goats of our generation did
Yeah.
when they lost their legs a little bit.
True. But yeah, speaking of that, I saw this thing on Twitter. Someone did a ball knowledge test. So basically comparing two different players and based off their prime, who you think is better. You guys want to run through this? We could do like a little quick fire maybe.
Yeah,
Do
let's
it.
go clockwise. Let's start with James and then this
in the
side.
hot seat, huh?
Yeah.
Let me get comfortable here, man.
Hey yo.
All right, so ball knowledge test in their prime: Hazard versus Salah.
Hazard.
Hazard.
Hazard, easily.
Salah.
You're
Why?
just trying to be different.
Why? Everyone says Hazard. You say Salah. Why?
Big game.
Big game. What?
What am I saying? Salah doesn't.
You love Hazard. What
yeah,
are you talking
Hazard.
about?
I'll say Hazard. Hazard pretty golden in his
Why are you
prime.
switching up, man?
Yeah. Why are you switching
I
up?
don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Your turn.
In their prime, I might have to give it to Salah, low key, bro.
Why are you going at me then?
Bro, how many 30+ goal seasons?
You're just chirping, you know.
Okay. So that's next. Neymar versus Robin.
Neymar.
Neymar. I have to get to Neymar.
Of course, Neymar. But
As much as Dan, that hurts Dan to say.
Yeah.
Robin is nice though, bro. I got a weak for like him.
Facts.
Jesus Christ.
But Robin was nasty too. But Neymar, come on.
Yeah, such an easy question, Neymar. So easy.
Yeah.
Robin was goated though.
Yeah, he
His
was
time.
one of my favorite players.
Yeah. Respect to Robin, but you don't know ball if you say he's better than Neymar.
Yeah, come on.
Facts. Messi, Ronaldo.
Messi.
It's a loaded question, man.
Loaded question.
I was loaded.
In their
man.
prime.
Oh, best in their prime?
Yeah.
That's a good question though. And Ronaldo did a lot in his prime.
Dan's struggling right now. Look
He
at the
doesn't
top
wanna
of
see
his head.
Oh, as much as I want to say Ronaldo, I'll say Messi.
Wow. I think Dave's gonna struggle with this one too.
no.
Unlike Ronaldo, it's obviously Messi. Come on.
Oh, clip that.
It's gotta be
Jeez.
Messi, man. Messi's had the best prime. Come on.
Messi. Prime Messi scored 91 goals calendar year.
Exactly. That's why. Just that alone.
That's it.
That's so stupid, by the way.
Yeah.
That
makes-
won't be beat.
That makes no sense.
Low key.
So
You guys see the stat? If Haaland keeps scoring hat tricks every game from now on, he still won't beat Messi's 91 calendar goal year.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, like I said with Neymar versus Robin, if you think Ronaldo's better than Messi, you don't know ball.
Come on.
Messi over Ronaldo. Come on, bro.
Oh,
Comments are
clip
gonna
that.
be
Easy.
heated about that.
Son versus Mane.
Mane.
Mane as well.
Mane.
As much as Son is a great footballer, he hasn't proven anything.
I don't think he's hit his prime.
But
I think, yeah,
at the same
it's kinda
time,
dropping off, bro.
Yeah.
today we're seeing how much Mane is such a great player to that Liverpool side that they're struggling so much without him. That's just a
why.
big example. It's not like if you took Son out of Tottenham, they'd be the same with or without him.
Nah.
Just not no. He'll maybe provide something different, something a little extra, but it's not like they're winning games and without Son, like they're literally losing all their games. Like they're losing their games with or without him.
yeah, Mane for sure.
Yeah, Mane, champions of Africa.
Mane clean sweep. Easy, bro.
Champion.
Easy. Next, Reece James or Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Trent.
Trent, ooh, they're both like so
Prime.
similar in what they do.
In their prime. Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if either of them. Okay, I think Arnold hit his prime. I don't think Reese has yet. That's why I'm going to say Reese.
I'm saying Reese too. I need a defender. You're playing a defensive position.
Depends what you want your fullback to do, bro.
Yeah, but I don't
you-
think Reese has hit his prime yet.
You're playing a defensive position, and not even that. Reese also bangs goals. And he knows how to attack.
Arnold does
create.
too. Free kicks.
I prefer Reese.
Interesting.
I feel like I can go by Trent. That's how much he can't defend.
Come on.
Come on, bro.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
Give me,
Don't
give me,
disrespect him like that,
give me
bro.
a couple
Come
weeks to
on.
work to train, and
Couple
I'll go by
weeks.
Trent, man.
Lifetime, bro. You
I
could
feel like anyone could go by Trent.
come on,
on.
bro.
Come on.
I'm gonna say TA, but he's not generational.
Damn.
Interesting.
I'll say TA.
I'm surprised
though.
they brought up this question with those two players.
I say Trent as well. We've seen how many assists he could rack up in a Liverpool team. He had what, like near 20 one season
Mad in it.
for a fullback. Crazy.
Yeah.
But next, Van Dijk or Humingias?
Van Dijk.
Yes,
Van Dijk. DS is a low block merchant.
they both are.
But Van Dijk's like an aura merchant.
But bro, Prime Aura.
Prime Aura is different.
Prime Aura was like different, bro.
This guy's a Super Saiyan aura. You know.
But he
those
did
are like-
hit his prime pretty late in his career.
Yeah,
too.
he had like a late prime, but his prime was like dominant though. Like you
Yeah.
literally like you couldn't get past him, you couldn't dribble past him, and like as much as he was aura defending, like the aura was doing bits.
Yeah.
You know?
This guy's just powering up when
Yes.
a player was going near him.
Yeah.
I'll go Van Dijk as well.
Yeah. Big D Van Dyke.
Big Verge.
Hey, yo.
That's
Hey, yo.
that's easily Van Dijk. He was on the Ballon d'Or top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, clean sweep. Van Disney. Easy.
Yeah. I don't even I feel bad they threw DS in there like that.
I know.
They threw him in the,
They threw him into the fire.
Yeah, that's
But
harsh.
see, like some of the questions you were asking. Sorry, I'll go to my camera here. Like you had a player who's like still hitting like the football now, and then a player who I kind of went past his prime.
Ooh.
No.
Neymar Hazard, or so Neymar Robin, a player who's kind of retired to like
Oh,
current
it
time.
doesn't matter if they retired or not. Just in their prime, who was
in their
better.
prime.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, clean sweep. Van Disney. This one's. I don't know if I like this one. Valverde or Gavi. I don't know if it's really comparable.
Valverde.
You can't
easy.
compare that. Right now, none of them hit the prime. But right now, I'm going from right now.
Valverde.
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 100%.
Easy.
Yeah.
Even I think
even
like
though it hurts to say
even
it.
I think like
Gavi Mokoko.
looking forward, I
Gavi
think like
Musiala.
Valverde easy. Gavi has like more yellow cards than he has GA.
Low key. Bulldog.
Valverde
He's a card
is,
merchant.
Because he's young,
Valverde
man.
is like the future of like Real Madrid. You can already see it. As much as Gavi is like, you can see he's the kind of the future of
How old's
Barca.
Valverde?
But I feel like he's still not like
20 something.
Yeah.
he's still not matured enough. Even though he's
He's
young.
17.
He's young. He's
Gavi's
young. He's young.
17.
But there's a lot of 17-year-olds who are matured. What's his name? Mokoko.
Yeah, Mukoko's a
You know what I mean?
different.
That man ain't
Mokoko
17,
looks
bro.
like he's 30. Obviously
Bellingham
he's
was matured when
That
he
man's
was
got a
20.
full family, bro. Come on.
But no, Valverde.
No, Gavi's too young, man. 17 years old, bro. If I'm 17, I'm energetic like him. I'm going into tackles hard, of course.
Yeah, that's why you just get injured and then.
I have so many red cards.
They're not
I'd be
tight
going
shoes.
cleats up.
You already do, man.
Exactly. But no, Valverde right now, even though it hurts to say it.
I got Gavi.
Why?
Golden Boy Yachin Trophy at 18.
Damn. Deserved?
debatable.
No.
He won it, so
Yeah.
that's it.
That's true. You want it.
Back to back, yeah. 2 trophies.
I got Valverde. His best moments are better than Gavi's best moments.
Yeah.
Low key.
Fair.
Okay, now is there another one? Valverde or Pedri? I think that's a better comparison.
Different players.
Like
bro.
if you're going based off of like current form,
It's still Valverde.
I think
No,
it's
no. Now this
It's
is
still
prime.
Valverde.
No,
prime.
I'm taking Pedri prime.
No.
He hasn't even hit his
it,
prime.
it depends what you want your mid to do.
Neither have hit their prime yet.
No, they're hit their prime, but from that season with Pedri was disgusting.
So Valverde won the Champions League for a thing too, no?
He didn't do much.
He did. He did a lot for the Champions League run.
This is his best season.
He did a lot for the Champions League run.
This
Didn't
is his
he
best
assist
season.
Vinny?
Hmm?
Didn't he assist
He
Vinny?
just assisted Vinny.
Yeah.
But this is his best season.
He also scored goals in like the qualifiers, like the knockout rounds too. Scoring goals
I'm
this
taking Pedri.
round too.
Okay, I don't like that one. Go to the next one.
That one wasn't even on the list, was it? That was just made up.
Rafinha or Vinny?
Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny, man.
That's
Vinny.
actually really easy.
That's Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny.
Clean sweep Vinny?
Yeah, Vinny, easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Maldini or Ramos?
See, this I like because you have like a retired old it's called legend icon player, and then you have like a current player who's like playing, but obviously they're out of their prime already. So
Different
you know how they're
eras.
yeah.
It's hard to argue past Maldini just based on how long he played, and like he was at his peak for a long time. He won like a stupid amount. I'm going Maldini.
So did Ramos too.
Mhm.
They both started super early.
Exactly.
I'm going Maldini.
And
Ramos was like that golden child, bro.
yeah, dude. This
Like
guy's playing,
19, playing
Bro,
right back.
this guy's playing right back with like Raul and Guti and
All
these
the
players.
legends, bro.
Similar. Maldini was playing left back
Exactly.
with
That's what I'm saying. So like they're both.
Baresi.
Like, they've been around, man.
Yeah.
They've been around.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna go Maldini.
I'm gonna go Ramos. I guess because I watched him play more, so I know his prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love Ramos. Even though it hurts to say that as a Barca fan, but for
Oh,
Spain,
man, you're saying all kinds of things.
no,
there.
but for Spain as well, he was nasty, and he's been again, like you're saying, prime was very, very long for him.
That's a
So
tough
He
one.
had a long prime.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah,
I think this is the hardest one so far
He's probably the top 5 defenders, center backs for me
of all time.
of all time.
Yeah.
Ramos, 100%.
I
Him
don't
and
think-
Maldini for sure, but
I don't think you can argue that.
I like Ramos.
See, if you have to make a tackle, you've already made a mistake.
Why you quote Maldini,
I'm
man?
quoting Maldini.
Yeah, but
Ramos was
I don't know.
notorious for having to make that tackle.
Because he
'Cause
was the
he's
guy
al-
who stepped up, man.
Maldini, elegance.
Mm,
No grappling needed.
mm.
You know,
I wanna
you
see
make your
that.
stand tackle, like one of those, just a quick stand tackle, retrieve that ball,
All ball.
and irreplaceable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ramos was
Yeah. Ramos as well.
Was he though?
I mean, he's shipped out by Perez.
And they won the Champions League.
Yeah, okay.
That's Perez, bro.
That's Perez though.
I mean, that's Perez.
Shipped out Club Legends before.
That's
Yeah.
Ramos.
Casillas was shipped out.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Back door, bro.
exactly irreplaceable, which is why I have Buffon over Casillas as well.
Nah,
Okay.
not for me.
You're replaceable by Keylor Navas.
Ramos was replaced by Alaba.
Replaceable by Diego Lopez, actually.
Yeah.
Scratch that. Diego Lopez was benching Casillas for a while.
I feel like at that point, not to get off topic, but since you have such a solid defense, they are the prime defense of Madrid. Replacing Casillas for Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez is a good keeper too.
This is Don Eaker, though.
Yeah,
I know. Well, he's had look at the things he's won. He's
At-
won more.
at the
He's won more
time-
than Buffon.
At the time, it was tough to see. It was very tough to see.
But like that's the thing too. Then Maldini say if my keeper has to make a save, then he's fucked up too.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
did
Maybe.
he say that saying too?
Maybe,
I feel like
Yeah.
Maldini's got so many quotes.
So he's like, if my keeper has to make a save, then I did my job.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So like if Ramos and Pepe or Carvalho or whoever else was there were doing their job, Casillas didn't have to be in it,
Mm.
even though he was one of the best. So Perez was like, why am I gonna raise this guy's contract? Why am I gonna pay this guy more if I can
maybe.
just put Diego Lopez in it?
Good point.
Perez is a demon, man.
he doesn't care, bro.
No
They don't want-
emotions, just a business.
They don't want
bro.
Ronaldo either. That's crazy.
Matthews for the tiebreak.
On the tiebreak, I say Ramos, low key, bro.
Hey.
You want someone that could defend all game,
Man,
put a tackle when he needs to, and then you want someone that
Don't
could
say
score.
score goals. It's not his job.
You want
bro.
someone that could score a goal in a cup final?
Penalties? Look at
Maldini
that.
didn't like.
No, but that's another thing as well.
That's an impact,
Ramos
too.
scored
I get that, but like,
every time you wanted
That's an
someone
impact
to
on the
score,
game,
he
though.
scored.
Yeah.
He scored clutch
That's
goals.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He's
In
a clutch
Champions
defender
League.
and clutch scorer.
In Champions League,
Yeah.
every time he got a corner, he
He
was
was
scoring
not
it.
okay. Obviously, I can't say much about Maldini because I didn't watch him play, as like I said. But Ramos was smart off the ball too. If he knew he had to make a tackle because the team was in danger,
He had to take a
he
card.
fucking
he
put
took
his
a card.
body in and get the red card because
Yeah.
he knew.
I'd love to see that. You know, he has that. I don't know, grinta. You could say.
Grinta.
He put his body in, man. I know Maldini was. You're saying he was exquisite. You know, he was nice and
Elegant.
elegant. I want to see someone who's going to go hard into tackles.
You
man.
like a
You're
little
the-
roughhouse.
You're a
in there.
defender.
You want players to be scared going up
You're
against.
a defender.
I think people are scared of Maldini.
I'm scared more of Ramos, bro. This guy's tatted
You don't
up.
know that though.
This guy's tatted up with a man bun, bro.
No.
What about when he had the long hair?
Yeah,
when
he
was a
wasn't
teenager,
scared.
bro?
Even worse, bro.
No, he wasn't scared.
If this guy
School
can rock
shooter,
any
look at that.
hairstyle, this guy can go bald, blonde, man bun.
I
That's a
think
good one. That's a good one.
I think you'll like this next one, Jimmy. Barella or Bellingham?
Based off prime,
Yeah.
I mean, it would probably have to be.
So far, prime.
Everyone's rating Barella nowadays.
Barella's a very good player. But I mean, like, I feel like what he's done is like very similar to what Bellingham is doing now, but he's like what, 5 or 6 years older.
Yeah.
Jude.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just based off like this season alone, I think like if this is Jude's prime and he's like scoring like at a stupid rate, he has like the most, ball retrievals in the league. He has the most like chances created in the league, most tackles in the league. Like his numbers that he's putting up right now are like ridiculous. And like now he's adding goals to his game, which was kind of the one thing he lacked before. It's like, it's hard for me to look past that. But I do like Barella as well. But I'm going Jude.
Jude. I don't know. I feel like he's already like a captain.
He has that leadership. I
Yeah.
think if I'm playing a game tomorrow, I need to pick center mid. I'm picking Jude.
Yeah, without a doubt, Jude.
Yeah.
I'm not taking Barella.
At least not over Jude. Yeah.
Fuck Inter.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Barca.
I think that's a little salty there.
But no, Jude.
Barella.
Mm.
Prime Barella was a league and Euro winner at the same time, right?
Fair. Yeah.
As the engine in the midfield, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Box to box.
For me, as good as Bellingham is, I think people really underrate Barella
Yeah.
because he's such a class player and he could be playing for Madrid like tomorrow. He's that good. He has the class to slot into that midfield three. Like he's destined for like a top club.
I think Bellingham's destined for
They're
Madrid,
they
though.
both are low key, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but you think Barella can make a move to outside of Italy?
yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
if he wants to.
I think I could see him sliding very well in at like Liverpool, for
Yeah.
example, and kind of being that engine at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Low key, I can even see him sliding right into like a Manchester City
Yeah,
as
100%.
well in the midfield. I think he has like a lot of class. It's a good one.
This one's interesting. This one should be unanimous. I don't know why this is in the list, but Leao or Bowen?
Bowen.
Yeah,
Hey, man, we know
West
the answer.
Ham.
Next question.
What the hell?
Who snuck that one in there?
Is that the last one on the list?
No, this
The West Ham fan.
there's four more.
To be fair, man, I'm sure like some English like guys like probably properly rate Bowen and
Of
like
course they do.
they hype him up.
Yeah, he's a good player,
see
but
it.
come on, Leao
Yeah, they are kind of different still.
kind of carried that Milan side last season and the
There's
last
no
season.
debate.
Low key,
Yeah.
low key.
Let's go to the next one.
Marcelo or Roberto Carlos?
Oh my god.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Oh. I know who I'm choosing. I know who I'm choosing.
I'm gonna go Roberto Carlos.
Okay, interesting. Why?
Vibes.
Vibes, all right.
Vibes.
Just
You can
vibes.
bag a free kick.
Vibes FC.
Up and down the left flank there. Did it in 2 different leagues as well. I think top of my head.
Fair. Dan?
I'll go Roberto Carlos as well.
Interesting.
I hate saying Madrid players, but Marcelo.
They're both
Madrid
players,
fam.
I know that's why.
What do you mean that's
It's a trap question.
Abidal.
Trap question exactly. But I think Marcelo changed the game for wingbacks.
Dani Alves or Roberto Carlos?
Dani Alves.
Dani Alves, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Marcelo and Dani Alves, but we're talking about Marcelo, they really impacted that defensive wingback role. They leveled it up to a different level where, they were silky with the ball, able to bring it up, able to create chances for others, for themselves. I didn't see much of Roberto Carlos. I knew he was a baller, of course. But from what I remember and what I think Marcelo brought to football, he brought a lot more, in my opinion. So I'll take Marcelo.
Joga bonito.
He's a baller, bro. They both were Joga Bonito, but
Yeah.
Marcelo, bro.
See, Marcelo was Davies' idol. It's pretty big.
Huge.
But we're talking prime, aren't we?
Yeah.
Prime Roberto Carlos came second in Ballon d'Or,
That's true.
1997.
That's true.
It's pretty mad in it.
Second to R9.
Brasileiros.
Tough to beat. Tough to beat, right?
Second in Ballon d'Or as a left back.
It's pretty
That's
mad.
crazy. That's
Pretty
mad.
mad. And he's just the culture, right? Like, he is the culture. Like Jogo Bonito, like Nike athlete.
He was in the
like,
commercials,
like
right?
Yeah.
like he has the streets. I think for life
Mm-hmm.
as a left back.
I think Marcel
Yeah.
does too, low key.
Marcel
Yeah.
has. Marcel
He
has.
does,
He's
but I
got
don't-
some streets too.
I don't think people could take it from Roberto Carlos though.
Yeah.
Like people will always like talk about Roberto
Yeah,
Carlos.
that's true.
He kind of had the streets first,
Yeah.
and like it's hard to forget your first.
Yeah, and like while he had the streets, he was also winning the World Cup,
Mm-hmm.
like assisting Zidane Champions League final.
Mm.
Like,
That's true.
Pedigree.
yeah, and just the sauce, the free kick. Like he has those like iconic marketable moments,
Mm.
Yeah, he does.
like the free kick.
Of course.
Like people are still playing that, and I think it was just like a friendly, right? Like,
Mm.
like they wouldn't play that like these days if for just a friendly.
No, there's no shot.
Like let's say Marcelo did that exact kick, like in a friendly. I don't think they'd be like we'd still be watching it, you know?
yeah,
Like that's one of the most iconic free kicks ever,
of course.
right?
No, it's
Okay.
good shit.
This not by much. Tough one to say, but I think Roberto Carlos just edges it. Not talking for Brazil because Marcelo couldn't stand him from Brazil. Roberto Carlos had that one moment. I think what was it 98 when he was tying his shoe.
06?
06, yeah, when he was tying his shoe during the free kick. Then
Mhm.
what? Henry bagged over him.
Yeah.
Scored that cheeky little volley, which resentment in my head.
It's
But-
okay because he still won the World Cup 4 years.
Yeah,
prior.
besides that, he did win the World Cup. Just iconic player, that left foot. Like, who else had power like that in that left foot, bro? He had those iconic goals, like Jay said, that free kick, that one impossible goal, like, it was like from like
Yeah.
the touchline.
he has
bro.
two impossible goals.
Two impossible goals, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Crazy.
I like Marcelo though, cause bro, when he had the ball, he was going through players too.
Yeah, like, I like
Yeah.
Marcel as well, too. Like, his first touch is, like, one of the
First
best
touch
I've
was
seen,
one of
bro.
the best,
One of the
and-
best I've seen.
This guy was dribbling past players.
So creative, bro. Like,
Different
Skiller.
kind of tech
Skiller.
between the two of them.
him and Cristiano, the link up was
Oh my
mad, bro.
God, madness with those guys.
I think Roberto Carlos, like, just slightly edges it.
It's close.
That's a good one.
Very close.
And I got a few more. KDB or Modric?
Stop it. You getting fired up over there.
This guy, bro.
Gasp!
That's the thing right there.
YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah.
Thumbnail.
That's the real B
We
roll.
got
That's a
Modric.
hard one.
Modric.
Modric. Why? Real quick.
Ballon d'Or.
Okay, fair.
But like also like
Everything
on
else.
top of
so
Ballon d'Or, it's like
UCL.
you know he was literally like the pedigree in that Madrid midfield for years. You know,
Mhm.
took his country to a World Cup final, which is something that De Bruyne has struggled to do, despite having arguably a much more talented team and supporting cast.
Hundo.
And yeah, I think that's it. I think even like in terms of just like big moments, like big games, like De Bruyne hasn't really had those kind of big game moments as much as Modric. I think, you know, you've seen Modric just like pull up at the top of the box in like a big game and just bag that goal for his club and country. So yeah, I think I'm going Modric.
Modric. Fuck Madrid, man.
Jeez.
I hate seeing these Madrid players, but it's Modric hands down. Bro,
Yeah.
Modric is what De Bruyne wants to be.
Yeah.
Think so?
100%.
That's what he's trying. That's what he's emulating.
Trying to emulate
And-
Modric, bro. Modric's been doing for so long and does exactly what De Bruyne is doing.
right now.
Done it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Modric, look at nowadays. How old is he now? 37.
He's still doing it.
Still doing
Yeah.
it. Still running that midfield, man. Just now, thing is playing more. Those young guys are playing more. But this guy, him, Cruz, Casemiro, they're balling for how long? Modric, any day of the week.
Yeah, easily Modric. Just the locks, the long shots. It's an art form.
Interesting. I say Modric as well. But I wouldn't be mad if someone would say KDB
Yeah.
because
I
he's a
can
phenomenal
see it,
player as
yeah.
well too.
I'd be mad.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're a Madrid fan over there, huh?
No. Modric is a player you can't. I don't think Modric has any haters.
I think he does.
I don't think Modric has haters.
I think you can find
Might-
some Modric
might.
haters.
No, bro.
He was like
who
he was
hates Modric?
he was voted the worst transfer of La Liga of all time.
Yeah, but now, man.
Early in the decades, I'm sure some of those haters are still there.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got haters in like Atletico. He's got haters in Barca fans that hate him.
You can't
He's
hate-
got haters,
I
man.
don't know. You think everyone has haters?
Yeah.
Ronaldinho has haters.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Some weirdos out there. You know?
Everyone
Messi,
has
Messi has haters.
Partied too much.
Yeah, Messi
Yeah.
has a ton of haters.
Yeah.
Those guys just don't know ball. Whatever.
Two more, Lewandowski or Aguero?
Oh, yo.
Yo.
What?
You kind of wilding for that
I'm
one.
gonna go Leva. I think like in terms of like prime Leva, I'm thinking like not even just like the stupid numbers he put up at Bayern, but I'm thinking like when he was at Dortmund, I think he was a better big game player. Thinking back to that game against Madrid when he put up the 4-piece and he
Yeah.
was like, no one really knew who he was. Like, who's this Polish bloke coming in, stomping for Madrid, putting up, and it was just like crazy.
Next level.
And then on top of that, just like the stupid numbers he put up at Bayern, scoring all kinds of goals. And I think, yeah, Leva. Champions League too.
Yeah, I would say Lewandowski too because of that. CL record breaker. You know what I mean?
Still can't believe he's at this club. My club.
Facts.
Still has a lot to prove though
Does,
for
bro.
Barca.
Got to prove it in the big games.
Yeah.
So
Man, I don't know. I think he's the choice for me is easy for me. I mean, Guerrero's obviously a baller, but Lewandowski any day of the week.
Okay.
Any day of the week.
I got again like this one. It could be close, but
sorry,
again, I
just-
wouldn't be
hold on,
mad.
hold on. Just wait till just say.
Yeah, because he's in front of your camera.
Oh, yeah, true.
This is the last thing to know. The question, these things.
Yeah. There's one more after this one. Then we could probably end off there, right?
Is it hot, the battery?
Yeah, this camera overheats.
It's because it's running 4K too.
Even just in general, it doesn't have a cooling system.
Oh, does it?
This happens when we film NBA shit. Overheats.
Okay, it's finished strong. You have to do Lewandowski.
I'm gonna say Lewandowski.
Lewandowski.
I don't think Aguero ever came close to even winning the Ballon d'Or. No, he was ever top
No.
3 or even top 5, even top 10.
Maybe, yeah.
So
Sounds about
Lewandowski
right.
easy.
Yeah. Lewandowski, I go. Better player. Aguero did have that one iconic Aguero moment, but again, early on in Lewandowski's career, he had that some big games against Madrid
Yeah.
in Champions League, and
Deserves
just
the Ballon d'Or.
the records that he's broken in the Bundesliga is crazy. And Lewandowski, and then last but not least, another striker matchup. We have Luisito Suarez versus Karim Ballon d'Or Benzema.
Oh,
Yo.
this is the hardest one.
Is it?
This is a hard one.
Who you got, boy?
Suarez.
This is a hard one for a lot of people.
Suarez, eh?
Not for me though.
Luisito?
Yeah, low key. I think like Benzema, I think like if you're looking at like obviously at all those years where he played well for Madrid as kind of like the second fiddle, but like if you're in a comparison like this, you're not looking at like when he was second fiddle, you're looking at when he was kind of prime, which was obviously last season.
Yeah.
I think was probably his best season. But I think if you're looking at Suarez, like some of his seasons that he had, even when he was like second or third fiddle, were like
Third.
better than Benzema's
He
like
was
kind
third
of
fiddle.
peak seasons, and I
Yeah.
think that's kind of mad. But also just like seeing some of those seasons that Suarez had at Liverpool as well were just kind of crazy, and he was different, man. Like Benzema's a great all around player, and I think like as Benzema got older, he kind of aged like fine wine, where Suarez was kind of
Yeah.
much better when he was a little bit younger. But I think like that peak Suarez when he just left Liverpool, just came to Barca, he was like
MSN.
that MSN, like some of the goals he scored were just like stupid.
Just scissor
and,
kicks,
like,
back heels.
he was just doing all kinds of just ridiculous things, and he was like a joy to watch. But he was also just like, you can tell if you're like coming up against him, you're fearful of like what he was gonna do
Yeah, you wouldn't know what he
because
would
you never
do.
knew what he was gonna do. But I think I wouldn't be mad if someone said Benzema.
Yeah.
I could see reasoning
Yeah.
behind it.
I'll say Suarez as well because he's been able to do it behind Neymar, Messi. Benzema kind of needed to have his own spotlight to do what he did.
Fair.
So for that reason, Lucito.
I think I'd be mad if someone chose Benzema before
Really?
sorry, Suarez.
Why?
Suarez is undoubtedly one of the best strikers. Definitely better than Benzema in my opinion. I was recently watching Suarez comps. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I saw one on Twitter and I just got hooked. Bro.
Yeah, but the comp is always gonna.
I know.
get you in
no,
your
but even
feels.
that though, like in general, like look what he did. 2 seasons where he won the Golden Boot with Messi. You know what I mean? And Ronaldo in their prime.
Yeah.
How does he do that?
Good player, man.
Crazy what he's done. And those videos, those goals he's been scoring as well. Like he was just complete forward for me, in my opinion. One of the best. I wouldn't be mad if someone chose Benzema, but like
You said you would.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
That's how you started.
I don't know.
He's the number 1 flip flopper, bro.
It's good.
But I think Suarez was just like next level, man. Next level. He was pacey for his size.
For his size.
Yeah, he was
stocky.
He was stocky. He had a stocky build. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You couldn't know. You wouldn't know what he can do, bro. Like he was moving. He can shoot with his left, with his right. That one goal where he panas David Luiz.
Bro, I was
and
just thinking about that, bro.
hangs it top right.
Top corner, bro.
Swag,
Beautiful.
the swag on that.
He was just
Beautiful.
out there having fun.
It was like next level, man. And like looking back at that, like you don't realize what you had when it's gone.
Yeah.
MSN was nasty, bro, and Suarez was a joy to watch in that team.
Yeah,
He was the third fiddle.
I know. The thing about Suarez for me is Suarez made me believe. You know?
Believe in what?
Like believe that like
Believe love is true.
honestly that anything's possible.
Really?
Because
Believe
Suarez made you believe
yeah,
that? What do you mean?
was Suarez like the stuff he was doing at Liverpool and early Barca days, like at his peak, winning 2 European Golden Boots or winning a European Golden Boot in the Messi Ronaldo era, like, oh, he filled me with so much joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he would have me off my seat. Like I remember he had this one flick against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah.
Where he just like it just flicked and it went past the player.
Mm-hmm.
And I still remember the first game of like MSN, like when MSN came to be. It was January 5th against Atletico Madrid, 2015.
Remembers the date.
Yeah, Atletico were wearing their great kits.
What kid were you wearing?
Kit color. too.
Messi, Suarez, and Neymar scored that game, and it was
Yeah.
like the birth of MSN where they did that celly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think whenever that celly comes up on Twitter, like as a GIF,
Yeah.
gotta watch it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too good.
Yeah.
So much joy.
There's so many.
My best
memorable-
moment as a Barca fan.
Peak
for
La
sure.
Liga, innit?
Yeah, that was peak La Liga.
Oh, that was peak La Liga.
100%.
That was
Yeah.
the best,
Eh.
best league.
Yeah, that
That had
was peak
to be
La
the
Liga.
Mourinho versus Pep era?
That was more just strictly peak Clasico. This was peak La Liga.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All I gotta say,
The hell
you know whose
doing?
celebration that is, bro.
The hell was that?
It's Luis Suarez, bro. Like
I don't know. He didn't do it like that. man.
Luis Suarez's second, third best like season is better than Benzema's first best season.
I don't know why you look at me. I said Suarez.
That's all I
Why you
gotta
look at
say.
me like that.
That's all I gotta say, bro. Like Suarez is just a different player, man. Like
Dude.
can score from any type of angle. Like you see, like
Even-
he's stocky. Like this guy's pulling off bicycle
what I'm
kicks, scissor
saying.
kicks, bro. Like
Or
You
even,
you shouldn't be moving like that.
yeah, you shouldn't be moving like that, bro. Like how you doing that?
or even the one he had a couple seasons ago where he healed it
Yeah,
and
bro.
then like went just over like I don't know. Oh,
That's
so
crazy.
nice, man.
Such a
so many good
such
goals.
a class.
Up to no
player.
good, that guy, man.
Pichichi, like while playing with Messi and Neymar, like that Liverpool season, like Benzema couldn't replicate that,
with
bro.
steerage.
As good as Benzema is, and he's a class player, he ain't on Suarez's level, bro.
No.
That's all I gotta say. But yeah, boys, that's the ball knowledge test about players in their prime. Let us know if you agree with us.
Yeah,
Who's got the
If
best
you
ball
don't-
knowledge?
Yeah,
I do.
I
Let
think
us
we're
know.
pretty unanimous for some.
I think so. Yeah, for the most part.
But they're those ones where we're kind of split, and I think that's where you're gonna kind of have some debate, right?
Yeah, let us know how our ball knowledge is. And I think we'll end it off there, boys.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
World Cup coming soon, so stay tuned. We'll be posting a lot more. Let us know if you have any recommendations you guys want us to do.
Yeah,
But yeah, World Cup's coming soon. It's November already.
yeah.
We got a lot planned for you guys, so stay tuned. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe. And you know,
The culture, man.
the culture boys.
With that, we out. Peace.
Cristo Ronaldo. No ball knowledge.
Can't believe you. You.